So I was going to tell them before you came in that because everybody's so excited to talk to you, and you've been working the crowd, been really cool. So I'm going to ask you le voy a preguntar 2 o 3 preguntas y rápidamente si tienen algo que preguntarle se ponen en fila, so you guys le sacan el provecho a tenerla ella aquí. Oh, so first generic question. Looks like you've been Instagramming, and I've seen you up there. How's Puerto Rico treating you? How's it been in the last 24 hours when you got here?
I love Puerto Rico so much. As soon as I got off the plane and for the promoter, it just made me feel like family, and pretty much everybody that's come up and said hi and that I've met has just been so lovely and wonderful and the most beautiful smiles. And you guys have great mofongo.
Think of another suggestion. But I mean, you've done panels before. Anything different about the energy on the floor? Well, you've been able to observe a little bit, or?
It's interesting because I'm on Arrow now. It's a little bit of a younger crowd than I'm used to with Spartacus, which is and the energy is just overwhelming, and I love it. It's just this nice youthful energy, and people are just so excited and they're so passionate about. I think DC and Marvel fans in general are just crazy about their shows, and I love it. So the energy is infectious, and it's a lot of fun to be around.
So in getting to know that I was going to talk to you today, I found your stand-up reel. So, I mean, you kept doing that because I thought you were really hilarious. I feel like you could just do your stand-up here and it would fall to pieces laughing. So when did that happen? Did that fall by the wayside? What's going on with that?
I haven't done stand-up in a while, just because it's nerve-wracking getting up in front of people every single night and trying to be funny, because when they don't laugh, you just feel your soul floating away. It's very sad. Like, oh, I thought that was funny. And even if I walk into a room and I say, hey, I'm half Asian, they're like, no, you're not. Like, okay. But the great thing about, I guess, being maybe unique is it does get me into the rooms, and even though I don't get cast in a lot of things because I don't fit into roles, what I have been cast in has been amazing. So being able to be a part of Spartacus and then being able to be Nissa Al Ghul, I can't complain. She's this beautiful girl, blonde hair, bright blue eyes, and she looks at me and I look at her and we're like, let's do this. And I guess it worked. But then the interesting thing was I didn't even know who I was cast as, and they said, you're cast, and we were trying to figure out who she might be, and the closest my friends and I came up with was Lady Shiva. We thought, oh, maybe that's, but then it wasn't until TV Guide announced it that I was playing Nissa Al Ghul that I found out what role I was playing. I found out after everybody else found out. I was like, oh, okay, so then I had to do all this research, and when I first started it was just a guest star role, possible recurring, but I think the fans just really loved how unique she was on the show compared to everybody else, and bringing in the League of Assassins, I think everybody just really appreciated the new dynamic, so they just kind of decided that because the fans liked Nissa, that they were going to keep bringing me back.
So speaking of
one of my favorite, John Bauer, I'm going to tell you a story. So I'm at, I can't remember which one, but I feel like it was Dragon Con or something, and somebody was saying that one of their favorite stories about John is there was a guy dressed up as Green Arrow, and he was just kind of doing his thing, and he went into the bathroom, and then into the bathroom, and then all of a sudden somebody ran up and whispered in his ear, you have failed the city. Ran away. So, and it was John Barrowman just being inappropriate, messing with people while they're going to the bathroom. So you can imagine what set life is like with him. What if I mess it up?
Don't worry, we still love you.
We'll still love you.
Guys?
You're still here.
Nobody's gonna know.
I am Nissa, daughter of Rachel Ghul.
I just wanted to ask you, I really like the dynamic between Laurel and Nissa this last season. It was really awesome seeing two female characters kick ass. And I just wanted to know, was that relationship on purpose, that development, and are we going to see more of it next season, more teaming up and kicking ass?
I think one of the things that fans reacted to really well, including the writing staff, is that Katie, Cassie, and I feel like we have a lot of natural chemistry together. I love working with her, and being on set with her is an absolute joy. I also think that people in general just want to see two women kicking ass together because you always get the boys fighting together. Why not have the girls fight together? So, and I do think in the character of Nissa, she's going to discover who she is outside of the League of Assassins while she's trying to fight for the title, and I think Laurel's going to be pretty key in that development.
Yay! Thank
You
you.
did not fail.
So when Nissa saw that Sarah died, I was wondering why, if Nissa knew of the existence of the Lazarus Pit, why wouldn't she try to save Sarah? And I was wondering, like, what do you think was going through Nissa's mind?
I feel like the writers will probably address that in season 4 as to why the Lazarus pits were or were not used in certain instances.
Yeah.
But I really feel like, in my head, I had to justify it as, I feel like if you put somebody in the Lazarus pits, there's consequences. So it's not something that you can be like, oh, ouch, I hurt my finger, let me stick it in the Lazarus pits. And I think in my head, I made it that Rachel Wolf, whoever the demon's head is the only one that is allowed to use it. And that he is the one, or she is the one, hopefully she one day, is the one that gives permission to have it be used. And it's only in special occasions. So again, it's not just this willy-nilly thing. So, or else I feel like every League of Assassin member that was ever killed would have been brought back, and that's just not the way it works. So I feel like there has to be some kind of negative consequence that happens when you bring somebody back from the pits, which is why it's it's used very sparingly. That was my, I could be wrong. The writers could be like, well, you just didn't know anything next season, but that's what I thought in my head when I was going through it. He's already plotting. And a lot of people have asked, online especially, why would Nissa bow before him? And the answer is because the entire League of Assassins was right there. So it was either die on the spot, which is just stupidity in her mind, or just play the game because eventually she knows she's going to win.
Thank you. Going to seasons of Arrow and Flash, and I was wondering if you're looking forward to possibly working with the cast of Flash, or you being part of a future crossover. Are you kind of looking forward to that opportunity?
I think we're good here now.
Oh, okay, cool. Hello? Hola? Yeah? Okay. No?
Yeah, a little bit. It needs to go up a little bit.
Hello? We're good? Okay. I think it would be great. I think Nissa is such a strong, dark character at this point that I think on Flash she would be amazing because it's such a light, happy show that if you suddenly bring Nissa into it, she'd be like, whoa. And then, what's it called again? Legends of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, they renamed it like 10 times. But Legends of Tomorrow, I would love to see how the Nissa-Sarah story plays out and what's going to happen with that. So it would be a lot of fun. All right, thank you guys. See you next